Hello and welcome to my week three. Yes, three. I was about to say it was week 6, but then I thought, no, it isn't. My week 3 team builder and battle video against Risepool, who is in my division. He's the coach of the Rinny Valley Guardians. I don't know if that's how I meant to say it. Rhine Valley, Rinny Valley. I've been saying Rinny Valley, but I think it's probably Rhine Valley, because now that I say that out loud, that actually makes a lot more sense. But yeah, he's got a pretty scary looking team here, but there are a couple of things that I want to try and take advantage of. And one of the first things I want to try and take advantage of is the speed gap between 90 and 110. It means that my base 100s, of which I've got a few, can all afford to run less speed, which is obviously very good for me. Not only that, but if you look at his team, his defense stats are pretty weak across the board, aside from Metagross and Heracross. And Metagross is not a Pokemon that particularly punishes my U-turns with Swellow, and Heracross, using a Heracross to check a Swellow is like using a Heracross to check a Latias, in my opinion. It's just not something you see done by anyone with a brain. Shout out Salzo. And well, it's something that obviously the Heracross user would get punished for. Aside from that, his best checks to Swellow are a Violite Piloswine, which really doesn't, I don't think it's coming in this matchup just because of the threats that I have, and also if I was special then it definitely would not check it. And on top of that, like Clefable, that's not really a check to physical Swellow. Latias, not a check to physical Swellow. Basically his team is really weak to physical Swellow, and that's actually the one that I've built around this week. But on top of this, looking at this team builder, I'm pretty confident in terms of his offense that I have the ability to wall it. Because looking at this, you think, okay, his attack stat is a lot higher than his special attack stat. But somewhat ironically, it's his special attackers that I'm more afraid of, because if we're looking at his physical attackers, Thundurus, that's going to be a special attacker anyway given my team. I have things like Alolan Marowak, I have things like a Zygarde. It means that Thundurus is coming as a special attacker. So that 115, that's just discounted basically. Metagross is a bit of a threat to my team, but I have some prep for it, and I'm pretty confident that Metagross is not going to be coming in that offensive of a manner, because it's kind of his only real check to my Mega Gardevoir, which I did pick up last week. I should have put a video out yesterday saying that yes, I've traded some things and this is the new team, but just in case I didn't, I'm saying now, I now have Gardevoir, Magneton, and Shiftry over Rotom-Mow, Togekiss, and Mega Glalie. So yeah. Roserade, that's a special attacker that's actually capable of doing some work to my team. Blaziken, on the team that I have brought, I have 2 fire checks, 1 fire immunity, 1 4x fire resist, fighting immunity, 1 4x fire resist, and in terms of fire, which is the thing that I actually just said a second ago, I have 3 resists. I should not be that weak to Blaziken. The only potential for trouble is if he's an agility mix set with something like HP Ice, High Jump Kick, and Flare Blitz, but even then he can't hit everything on my team, so I'm relatively comfortable with Blaziken. Also, it doesn't get a single opportunity to set up ever. Yeah, Snorlax, I have ways of dealing with Snorlax, and Snorlax, the only set that I'm really fearing is Curselax if Curselax was already in play, as in if he had 3 curses up already, and even then he lacks the coverage to actually hit all of my team, which is very, very good for me. T-Spikes are not going to be a factor with Curselax this week because I do have Nihilego, the best T-Spikes absorber in the game. And yeah, Piloswine, that's a high attack stat right there, but that's not going to be used as an attacker, is it? That 100 attack is basically worthless to him. And finally, Mega Heracross, the thing that bumps his attack stat up that high in the first place, let's just make this 100 to show what happens, it becomes so much lower. That's something that really I don't anticipate coming. I have the Swellow, I have the Mega Gardevoir, I have the Marowak. I have so many things that Heracross really doesn't like to try and take on. I do not anticipate Heracross coming at all this week, although it could. Heracross is something I'm half expecting, but mostly not. What I am expecting is Clefable, Latias, Thunderous Eye, Metagross, Roserade, and then one of either Blaziken or Heracross. I'm not sure which, but that's the team makeup that I'm thinking. I'm not expecting Snorlax, and I'm not expecting Piloswine. So, yeah, that's what I think of his team. Now, what I think of his speed tiers, I've already mentioned, there's a big gap between the 90 and the 110 mark, so I'm going to be utilizing that. Also, Swellow easily outpaces his entire team. It almost outpaces the whole team while Adamant, but I couldn't quite get that to work because he does have those pesky 110, 111s. So it's just outspeeding the Thunderous Eye this week. And yeah, as for what I think he'll bring against me, I have a little bit of a gap in my speed tiers between base 70 and base 80, so I'm expecting that Heracross to be, if it comes, I'm expecting the Heracross to come to the, just creeping my base 70, which is my Magneton, and so that's also relevant in my prep. But the big thing that I'm concerned about is the potential of Thunderous Eye. Something like a Nasty Plot Thunderous Eye with a Z move that I'm not expecting could give me problems. But yeah, that's the opponent's team analysis, I suppose. I've got to come up with a good name for that someday, for this week. So now let's move on to the actual team builder. I intended to click on Swellow first, but you guys saw it anyway, so that's the Nihilego set, but I'll get to that eventually. We are running Flame Orb, Guts, Facade, U-Turn, Tailwind, and Brave Bird. I don't know why I said those two the wrong way around, but it is definitely Brave Bird then Tailwind. 112 HP, 252 attack, 144 speed with a Jolly Nature. This does outspeed Thunderous. The max attack is very, very, very obvious. Flame Orb Guts obviously is very, very nice. Facade is capable of doing so much work to his team. His only normal resist is the Metagross. I just had to take a second to think Heracross, Clefable, Latias, yada, Metagross, and that's it. And honestly, Swellow easily 2-hit KOs everything on his team that is not named Piloswine or Metagross. So this is going to be putting in a lot of work this game. I have Tailwind for if I ever need it, if Swellow is one turn away from going down to burn, if he's got a Protect Mon or something, and I just want to just get up the Tailwind and be able to punish him with my other breakers, then I can do that. So yeah, U-Turn is obviously just for momentum, especially on the Metagross, which is what the Magneton is for. And I've just realized I've not put names on these. Swellow, this looks like a bird. It doesn't look like a bird, it is a bird. It is a Swellow, BJ. That's so immature. Oh dear. We're not doing, I don't think we're doing, set nicknames for this season, so I'm just coming along with these on the fly. Let's make this a male and just call this one Trap. Just for my amusement. Encore, Hyper Voice, Psyshock, and Calm Mind. This is, I think, the literal set that Gypsy brought against me in the NPL semi-finals. And not quite the EV spread, he had a different EV spread. I think he was bulkier than this. I could actually probably afford to go bulkier than this as well. Make this maybe 80 special attack and 252 HP. Kinda tempted just to do that, in all honesty. What do I need the special attack for? Let's just have a look back at his team. So, we're bulky now. I mean, we still got a massive special attack stat. That's higher than Manaphy can ever get it to. And it's... I think that's higher than Magneton can get it to as well with a modest nature. But Mega Gardevoir's special attack is so high, I don't necessarily need to invest that much in it. This is really bugging me. Honestly, it's bugging me so much. And I know this is ridiculously stupid and OCD of me. 308, 308. Yay. Nope. This is how I am when it comes to my EVs. I will sometimes run random as fuck EVs and random as fuck IVs, specifically because it looks so much nicer in the team builder. 8 special defense, like maybe that'll mean I can live a plus 2 T-bolt or something that I couldn't live before. Yeah, Encore means that if he's bringing something like Unaware Clefable or Calm Mind Clefable to try and deal with Gardevoir, then I can just Encore it and then I'll be happy. Especially if he brings something like Cosmic Power Clefable, which would just be evil of him. I would be able to just spam attacks versus it and keep it encored into Cosmic Power so that I will eventually kill him without him being able to do anything to me. So that would be amazing. Also means that any Clefable variant cannot check me. And he really kind of lacks checks for this. It's the one reason I'm half expecting Snorlax, although not half expecting, I'm not expecting Snorlax, let's be real. But that's the reason I put Psyshock on this, just in case Snorlax does come to check the Gardevoir, which it could. But the main check for this is going to be his Metagross, as well as his main check to the Swellow. So that brings me neatly into Magneton. Oh, I just thought of a terrible nickname for you. No. The nickname I thought of this was going to be BDSM, because it traps them. But let's not go in that light. So let's just explain the set while I try and think of a good nickname. Air Balloon Magnet Rise might seem redundant, but this basically means that I can switch hard in on Metagross, any Metagross aside from Banded Metagross or Life Orb Metagross, I think, and I can easily take its moves. I can then Magnet Rise up. I'm max speed with a timid nature. I know that's a bit silly, but I can't really afford to go modest just in case he does go with a Jolly Metagross. 185, and this was 172. Yeah, it easily does more than Magneton can. I shouldn't play around with this. This is inviting in trouble, like the Lucario thing with my last game. But yeah, Magnet Rise, Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, Hidden Power Ice. By the way, this is actually recorded before I played for the first time in a while, so yeah, this is my legitimate thoughts on the team without any colorings on my view of what actually happened in the game, and I will live com the game as well. Hidden Power Ice is specifically for his Thunderous. That's pretty self-explanatory, although Thunderbolt is actually stronger there, so what are his 4 times weaknesses? Flying? I could go flying. What are his, do I want anything in particular? Flying is actually nice, you know, so I will actually go flying. This is the amazing thing about doing a team builder before the battle. You get to actually notice things. Basically, this means that if he's going with, if he doesn't expect my Magneton to come, because I do have my own team up here, and you can see my EVs, my speed EVs, and you can see that Magneton is the only base 70 I have. If he chooses not to outpace that, if he chooses to go with Bulky or something, with his Heracross or with his Blaziken, Agility Blaziken perhaps, then I could outspeed them, go for the Hidden Power Flying, do damage to them. Yeah. It would be very annoying if he was to bring Shed Shell on his Metagross, but that would mean that he's not Assault Vest Metagross, and that would mean that Hyper Voices from Gardevoir are doing huge amounts of damage. But yeah, Magneton is basically on the team to trap and kill Metagross, so we will give you the nickname of Insane Clown Posse. Magnets, man, how the fuck do they work? So yeah, ICP. And next up is Banded Zygarde, with enough speed. This is actually a bit of a weird speed benchmark, I know, because he does not have anything that reaches 263 speed. I don't think anyone in the game actually reaches 263 speed and then stops. But regardless, what this does is, if he brings a Heracross, which is base 75 obviously, and makes it jolly to outspeed my Magneton, which he could, and outspeeds it by 1 point only, Zygarde will outspeed that by 1 point only. It's petty as fuck, but it might just work. Anyway, Banded Zygarde has 1000 Arrows, E-Speed, Glare, and Iron Tail. Glare is there because I don't really know if there's another move I should put on this, and I don't think there is. So I'm just going with Glare in case there's a switch that comes in that I don't want to click 1000 Arrows against for some reason, and I want to paralyze it, or potentially as a last-ditch paralyzation for something like a Agility, or nope. I can't really think of a reason I would need Glare, but I also really don't think there's another move I would rather have there, and so it's just something I could click. Whereas, I mean, what else is there? Brick Break, no. Coil, I'm banded. Core Enforcer, fuck off. Crunch, no. Draco, no. Dragon Pulse, no. I don't think there's another move I actually want on this thing. Like, no, there's just not, because 1000 Arrows is just such amazing coverage. E-Speed gives me priority, and Iron Tail hits Clefable and potentially even Piloswine. So there's nothing else I need over the Glare slot, so might as well use something that I might actually potentially use if he's got something like a I can't even think of a good example. What could I potentially use Glare against? That's my team. So let's go down, 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 up. I do have my opponent's teams planned out before I play them. If he is using, I don't know, if Rose, nope. I might click it at some point in the battle, just in general. I don't think I will. I could make it Sleep Talk, but Glare's fine, so I'm going to keep it as Glare. Yeah, and this thing, what do I want to name this thing? I could name it Manda. Let's name it Manda. Next up we have the Marowak, which has Shadow Bone, Fire Punch, Earthquake, Flame Charge. Flame Charge is in case I want to try and set up with Marowak. I don't have Zord's Dance this week. I have Earthquake purely for on the very, very off chance that Snorlax comes. Earthquake is a solid 2-hit KO. Shadow Bone is going to be my main stab this week. Fire Punch is basically just for the potential of Piloswine, although it also does kill off the Heracross if it does not have Rock Blast, although I can't see why he would have that. Flame Charge is basically there because I don't really think there's another move I need on Marowak. I could go with Swords Dance potentially, but I'm already killing almost everything on his team with the CV spread. The HP and the defense are basically there so I can live hits from things like the Blaziken, from potentially the Latias if it's not very offensively inclined. I can't live a Dark Pulse from Thunderous Tea if it's Life Orb, but still, yeah, so that's the Marowak set, and can't catch me, because in Gen 1 you cannot catch that Marowak. And finally Nihilego with Babiri Berry, Beast Boost, Sludge Wave, Power Gem, Acid Spray, and Stealth Rock. This is the main Clefable answer this week, with Acid Spray, meaning that I can lower its SPDF even if Nihilego goes down as a result, such that Gardevoir can Revenge Kill it, or Magneton can Revenge Kill it. Although I'm expecting this to be able to 1v1 a Clefable without too many issues. Also, this will mean that I can kill the... I've just realised I'm going to explain what this Marowak set is for. This Marowak set is so that under Tailwind, which I mentioned is on Swellow's moveset, then it outspeeds his Thunderous at... Yeah, wait, no, that's 260. That's too many. 176, 177 is all I need, so I've got an extra 20 to put into HP. Yay. Just give you optimization. Yeah, and this also means that at +1, can I still at +1? Okay, no, I've changed it back so that at +1 speed from Flame Charge, I will guarantee outspeed his potential Mega Heracross. Yeah, so finally, Nihilego, I've tried a couple times now, Clefable answers Stealth Rocker and checks the Thunderous Tea. That was a lot quicker. So I'll put an annotation at the start of the battle video because this is a 20-minute team build already. What shall your name be? Not Lily? Yeah, so now I'm going to pause this until we are actually in the battle with my opponent of the week, Risepool. Check him out in the description down below. And we're in the game. Let me just open up my can of Pepsi Max. And I'm ready. So, I literally... Wait. No Thunderous? Okay. I'll have to ask him about that after the game. Okay, I've put all my mons in the calc that I closed. That's a brilliant decision. I can't believe I fucking closed the calc. Okay, well, it's not much of an issue. I can just go back into the team folder and I can just do this. Come on. Hurry up, stupid computer, stop lagging. And then, let's just check. Swallow, BJ's in there. Okay, so I don't need to copy paste anything. Wait, oh, Okay, so let's lead off with Swallow in case he decides to lead off with Roserade. Yeah, she chooses to lead off with his Snorlax. Okay, I have got a Banded Zygarde. I've got, well, this thing with Facade would be nice. Let's just U-turn into the Banded Zygarde, because that can put a huge chunk of pressure on his team immediately. And the other thing I'm tempted to do is, in anticipation of him going for a Curse here, hard switch into Mega Gardevoir. Let's just calc, see how much that would do. Gardevoir, Mega Trap versus the Snorlax. Let's just assume so that actually does 0. What about Max Attack Band? Would that, how much would that do? Let's do 242. Choice Band would kill. Would definitely kill. I think it's safer just to go for the Zygarde play. That damage, I can actually calc that damage, so Swallow, BJ, U-turn does, so that's more physically defensive. So does he froze me. Shit. Fuck. That's now harder. Oh my god, this was so nice. It's not necessary, which is why I'm not completely freaking out, but it was really nice against him. So he's not going to be this much. And he's also probably not that. So let's go with that. Ice Punch. How much did he do exactly? 68.4. So that's in range. What's the lowest it could be? 68.4 was the number. Let's see if it's fit 0. Does not fit 0, so min attack investment is 68.4. Is 108. Okay. I can go for 1,000 arrows here. I could go hard into Marowak, but Marowak isn't really the play in my opinion. So that's shit. Okay, so he doesn't have a switch into this at least, which is the good news. We definitely outspeed him. Given that damage, Marowak, Alola can't catch me with EQ, let's go. Earthquake. Can't kill me. I can't kill him, but he can't kill me. So let's go for the Earthquake here. Do 34%. That does tell me good information. Is he just AV? I've been sent on tilt with that freeze. I want to predict him to just go for another EQ and just harden to Swallow here. Yeah, that's my play. It's not worth losing Marowak this early, I think. I mean, potentially this could be a terrible decision, but he did go for the EQ here. So, based on that EQ damage, it did 34, so that's the bare minimum roll if that's the case, but we already saw that he's more bulky than that. So let's go into this and burnt, yes. Oh, that was counting a burnt U-turn. Okay, that changes things. Okay. I think that, okay. So Facade should kill here. As he goes into Clefable, which I think gets to a KO'd quite solidly, yeah. Scarf Clefable can outspeed me. But it is not Scarf Clefable, so it cannot. That was my best fire resist, and it's now dead. And my second fire resist in Marowak is weakened significantly, so Scarf Blaziken is now more of a threat. Looking at this team, it's going to be Scarf. Being honest, that looks to me like a Scarf Blaziken team. Okay. As he does go hard into the Blaziken, this is almost certainly Scarf. Let's see if I know that Swallow can't. So let's just do this just for the sake of doing it. No, see, nothing. That's Life Orb. I mean, it doesn't matter. Make it Jolly without the Life Orb, and they're still killing. So. He's definitely going for the fire move here, but I think I kind of have to sack Marowak. Yeah, 37%. That can at least tell me if he's adamant or not. Versus Marowak. Okay, that's adamant. That is so very much adamant. Unless Showdown's fucked up my EVs. What? How did it do 38%? Oh, it did 37%, I just, okay. So yeah, that's definitely adamant. Adamant. That's low, actually, in terms of its speed. No, it can be EV to outspeed Swallow with adamant, so that would make sense. So let's go for EQ here as he goes for the Flare Blitz again, and we can go into Nihilego. And I'm not anticipating him to stay in here, but I kind of have to. I need to make a play. I need to get the Stealth Rock on the field and try and pressure him this way because I'm behind right now. That freeze was massive. That Zygarde was my main Blaziken check, so he does go hard into the Snorlax here. If I'm him, I'm half anticipating. Oh wait, I can pivot, can't I? How important is Nihilego? It's too important. I cannot possibly risk it like that. Magneton, on the other hand. Without Magneton, I can't really beat the Metagross. Scarflare from Adamant, can it kill Gardevoir? Mega. It's a roll significantly in my favor. What the fuck are you doing? No. He's not going for EQ here, he's going for Ice Punch. I'm so certain of that. Can't let Gardevoir get weakened. Can't get this get weakened. Let's go for... Fable's dead. This is my only fire resist left. Gardevoir can take one hit only. Let's go for the Acid Spray. Get the -2 in Spadef. So it goes for the Pursuit. Okay, that changes things potentially. Nihilego. Not Lily. Versus the Snorlax. Let's assume it's the normal set. Acid Spray doing 10%, so Sludge Wave should kill. If he stays in. I did know he was not clicking Earthquake there. What's this roll? 42 to... this should almost certainly kill. Let's go -2. Oh, that's so in my favor. Yes, we do pick up the kill, that's good. That makes me a little bit happier. As he goes into the Latias now. Latias can't beat Gardevoir 1v1, I don't think. So I'm going to hard switch into Gardevoir. Do I need... I do need Nihilego alive, it's my only fire resist left. Psyshock does nothing. Let's pop this potential Roselli Berry, or get him to go out into the Metagross. As he stays in, then goes for the Shadow Ball. If I Calm Minded there, that would have been practically game over, but he's leftovers, he wasn't even Roselli Berry. Okay, so now he goes into Metagross. I expect Pursuit here, just based on the way that he played this thing, but let's hard into Magneton first. As does he go for EQ? He goes for Rock Polish, okay. I am 100% going for Magnet Rise first. As he goes for the Ice Punch, and if that's the best thing he's got to hit me with aside from EQ, then that's good for me. Whew. This is so tricky for me right now. Because I think... Okay. Let's just figure this out. Can Metagross kill Swallow from where it's at? 87%. Swallow, BJ versus Metagross. Let's just assume it's an all-out attacker variant. Meteor Mash has a chance. Ice Punch would. Okay. So let's also calc that Ice Punch on the Magneton. ICP 18. How did it do? It did less than that, didn't it? No, it did 20. T-Bot says solid to it, KO. Thank you. Don't freeze me here. Don't freeze me here. Don't freeze me here. Thank you. Okay, I think that means that we can turn this around. I definitely no longer need Magneton. I definitely no longer need Magneton. And I can also sack off the Swallow such that Flare Blitz Recall guarantees that Blaziken is putting itself in range. Yeah, I've got this. I've got this. I think I've got this game in the bag now. This is the slowest game of Hyper Offense I've ever played. This does not feel like it's 18 turns. Oh, okay. We're solid now, though. In the home and dry. Just don't be fucking Agility. If you're Agility now, I swear, thank you. High Jump Kick, so we can go safely into Gardevoir. Wait, shit. We're a 4 times resist, we're so bulky. We have to live 1. Come on, don't let me down. I definitely went for Psyshock there. There was no chance I'm letting that Roserade in for free. We guarantee outspeed this thing. Does Roserade learn any sort of priority? Learn Roserade, Sucker Punch. Can't learn Sucker Punch. I'm not afraid of it then. Psyshock 2-hit KO, thank you. And now Blaziken comes out. It's at 62%. I believe that is in range of my... well, it's now at 50%. That must be in range of my Nihilego and its Sludge Wave or its Power Gem. I can't actually remember if fighting resists poison or not. So, loading. Hurry up, I wanna actually get this game done, because I think I've got the solid win. I have the guaranteed win if I sack Swallow. I just want to make sure that I have the guaranteed win with Nihilego first. Nihilego, not Lily, versus Blaziken. Let's go with Adamant. Yeah, we're not Life Orb, so let's just get rid of that, because it's not behind a light screen, get that off. Sludge Wave does so much damage, and even max special attack, max HP even. Yeah, guaranteed kill. And Flare Blitz cannot kill me. GG. I think I played that game really well, considering everything. If this crits me and kills me, I'll be upset, but it doesn't. Oh, I didn't need to calc that. I didn't need to calc that. I'd completely forgotten that it would take some recoil damage with the thing. Yeah, GG. So thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna discuss this game to hell and back now. And so, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace.